Hello guys and a very warm welcome to today's tutorial on machine learning and a bit of artificial intelligence. And we know about what machine learning really is. It's a computer program that is set to learn from experience E with respect to some tasks T and some performance which has been measured with a p variable, and if its performance over this task t as measured by the variable p finds out that it has improved over this experience e, then we can say that this machine has been learning a bit from its experience given the task, and we can measure that with the performance we just talked about. So that's a brief about machine learning. And so let us get started about what it really is and how this interacts with the real world today. Let us get started. So here's a brief blog post on Medium by Mr. Kush Patel that was published, and this talks about the the idea of this artificial intelligence not just being this modern artificial intelligence where movies are being recommended to us on Netflix. There's fraud detection systems, and everything we look around the world from our social media platforms, wherein the kind of posts we see, we get more of those kind of posts, the kind of videos we watch on YouTube, the kind of payments, transactions we do with our credit cards on Google Pay or any payment application, the kind of clothes, the kind of products we shop. We get more of those kind of products being recommended to us by the Amazon machine learning agent. So we live in this world of, you can say, modern artificial intelligence. But this modern artificial intelligence has basically been derived from this ancient artificial intelligence, the base that is the base of what today we are seeing and experiencing. So let's take a brief outlook over this timeline. I hope you guys are excited as I am to be discussing all of this with you guys today. So let us get started. So first of all, it came the very first time that this was introduced. It's all started with natural language based processing, about translation of documents to natural language using computers. So there was the scientist named Warren, which had four proposals for translation of words for words method, we can say, and he handled this word ambiguity in English. So there's a lot of words that have different meanings and different content. The same words can be treated with, you can say, two or more meanings, like there and there. So it's like same words that have different predicate based upon the kind of different situations that they are used in. You can say double meanings or something like that. They seem to have some kind of double meaning. They don't have just a single meaning, but they can have two or even say more meanings in the kind of different situations in which they are used. So Warren came up with this interesting idea about this natural language being translated, say English, using computers. And in the second proposal, he described the conclusion based translation using neural network based upon logic context. The third was to work with cryptographic translations with information theory. And the fourth one was set about the linguistic universals to make better language in conversations. So then we got to know about logic theorist. This was first demonstrated by Alden Newell, and it was engineered to mimic the problem solving techniques of a human being, like how does a human solve the problem. And the study of the business organization required an insight into the nature of human problem solving and decision making and how this could be automated. Like instead of the person taking that kind of decision, instead of that, how about a machine that takes in that kind of decision with more precision, more calculation, more statistics, better complexity, and not having those human kind of emotions like fear or things like that, fear of losses and other things which human constructs seem to have while making a decision, and what would other people think about these kind of things. So they would machine decision would be more kind of, we can say, logistic or logical. So in order to help better decision making skills, we arrived at this logic theorist. Then we come to another very interesting topic which was called as fuzzy logic. So, and as this might sound like fuzzy means like what kind of logic is this, we can say it's many valued form, and in which value should be any real number between 0 to 1. So people make decisions based upon these non-numerical precise information using these logic. And based upon that, this fuzzy logic was introduced. These models seem to have in interpreting and utilizing data and information. The capabilities of recognizing, manipulating, and representing are vague and lack certainty. So both values and truth and even probabilities range between 0 to 1. Hence, we may have seen similar things earlier as well. So these can be called as fuzzy logic. There's logical games and stuff like that, automatic differentiation where it automatically sends to differentiate about how does a cat look, how does a dog look, what's the difference between both of them, facial structures, facial designs, molecular biology, and all the complex stuff. And so these were some of, then there's Deep Blue. This was a computer developed by IBM that had like a chess kind of decision making skills based upon this kind of decision, what decision should be taken based upon the algorithms and mathematical based formulas. And then there were some of the MySyn, which was a medical diagnostic kind of system where healthcare sector where artificial intelligence has been heavily used today. And in some of the coming years, we might see some of these jobs by doctors of analyzing these diagnostic reports might be replaced by artificial intelligence, and even robot assisted surgery, like robots performing all of these surgical operations upon humans rather than these doctors. So all of these things have a single thing in common, that is a machine that is learning these human capabilities. And how can we say that it's learning? We can say it's learning if there has been an improvement over its performance over some kind of task with some kind of experience, and if that improves we can say that it's learning. So this was a brief about what machine learning really is and how some of these ancient artificial intelligence benchmarks have been the base towards the research that has been conducting, has been in progress or has been completed in some of the sectors for economy, while for the rest of the sectors it's still under progress, and there is a lot more things coming out in the coming years or we might even see a lot of things coming out very soon in some of the other like self-driving cars could be launched in India. It's already there in the US. These Tesla self-driving vehicle, electric vehicle. So this kind of a machine learning thing can be understood as an application to artificial intelligence that provides this system the ability to automatically learn and perform some kind of task, and based upon the mistakes it can improve by itself without being explicitly programmed. Now this is what makes a machine kind of special, that okay, it has the ability to understand, look for patterns and improve based upon those patterns, such as example, experience, or instructions, or what kind of things do I need to look for, and can I improve? Can I learn from what I just did? How can I improve? How can I adjust my actions in a way that improves my performance next time? So this was a brief about what machine learning really is in today's world and how this can bring a revolution into the sectors of economy, how this can bring unemployment into many sectors that being automated by machines and robots and algorithms. In the next lecture, let's go forward and do some practical based exercises in order to better understand how can we implement this amazing technology into the real world with some real applications.